Great Serpent, protect me. Serpent, save me. I don't wish to die. The Great Serpent has heard me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Is this the end? Thank the serpent. I thought I was done for.
How may I serve you? Yes, tracking your every move. You're looking as trading random trinkets with... Let me know if you want to talk some more.
serpent himself must have sent you.
My prayers have been answered.
I thought we were dead. Thank you.
You did it! It's true what they say. The air really does smell fresher.
Serpent bless you. We owe you our lives. Thank you.
Now, it's time for you to head back. I'm going to stay back a moment and make sure everyone here is okay to make it back safely. I'll catch up with you shortly. Just let me know where the negotiations are taking place. Of course. I successfully rigged a remote device to shut this whole place down the moment I see a zealot. I just need a moment to make sure everyone is fine. Have I mentioned I'm sick of people telling me what to do? I'm staying. I'll be there when it counts. Now go.
I can't thank you enough for saving us. The Great Serpent was truly watching over us.
This location seems full of life. We should name it after you. Also, every other location in the galaxy.
Is your intent to be unreasonable the whole time? I thought this was a negotiation.
We're having a friendly chat, aren't we? It's not my fault you don't find my offers acceptable.
Nah, just the person I wanted to see. Please tell me you bring good news. Exactly what I wanted to hear.
Razma, who is this? You allow any commoner to just waltz in on official business. I'd expect better security from House Kadik.
This is hardly official business.
Yes. And now these so-called negotiations are over.
Over? You'd risk everything after the whispers of a stranger. I demand to know who this is. You think I care about Anasco Varun, son of a traitor? Only a complete fool would expect me to believe this.
It's true, Mihail. And if you don't leave now, peacefully, I'll make sure your ships and Shadow Station Epsilon are made dust.
You... How did you... You're bluffing.
Test me. You think a genius mind like mine wouldn't find a way to hack into every system in your base? This remote device will launch a virus that will detonate systems within Epsilon, and reach your ships as well.
You realize how this may affect future partnerships, Razma. You'd jeopardize our connections.
It jeopardizes nothing. It merely restores the natural order.
The natural order. I could take you all out here and now. You know every one of us is prepared to answer the Serpent's call.
You're so willing to sacrifice your allies at Shadow Station Epsilon?
You don't think they're as prepared as we are? We all answer the call, and if that day is today, so be it. No, but it's the death they know is possible. Besides, you think I'd turn my back on the insults thrown here today?
You mean, do we think you'd throw away your life and the lives of everyone at Shadow Station Epsilon over your pride, Mihail? No, I, for one, don't think you will. And you can't deny our partnerships have been beneficial for us both.
We'll see about that. My brethren were willing to die for our cause. You think we're not prepared to make the same sacrifice? A stronger point. There are more important things to die for. They are our more valuable assets. Yes. Their lives are better spent in active service. Perhaps you speak true after all. All right. I won't deny my brethren the death they deserve. But I won't forget this either. Don't think this won't change anything, Razma.
Things have already changed, Mihail. From the moment you kidnapped House members. These negotiations are over. Now leave us.
I can't believe the Zealots listened to you.
Yes?
House Kadik is in your debt.
As am I. I owe you my life.
Sahima, you are a part of this house.
I know. I just wanted to say thank you. Personally. And here, it's the research and algorithm the High Council wants. I'm sure they'll appreciate it more coming from you. As much as I'd love to gloat, I have enough awareness to know this isn't the time. And I know myself well enough to know that I simply wouldn't hold back. Oh, I am. Very. I just don't think the High Council is ready for the series of I told you so's that I would surely inundate them with. Plus, I think I'll wait until after they've proven out my theories to approach them on that topic. I'm going to head back home now to check on the others, but maybe come find me later? Great. You can find me at the Great House whenever you get the chance.
We'll talk later, Sahima. As I was saying, House Kadik is in your debt. You've helped me maintain a very precarious balance. And one day it will. But until then, they're a necessary evil. One that we'll be keeping a much closer eye on. I'd appreciate it if you kept this a secret. If you're referring to the members of House Kadik. The others involved know better than to speak of this. House ties run deep. Betraying one's house is a display of disloyalty that no house would tolerate. It's a guaranteed way to ostracize yourself in a society like ours. As House Elder, I know my family well enough. We're all well aware of our unspoken agreements. Now, I have much to do, and so do you. Ekris and the High Council will be expecting you.
You've served House Kadik well today. Well done, Vindicator. As far as I'm concerned, the High Council does know because I'm on it. Should any topics arise regarding the Zealots, I can guide our decisions appropriately. If the others found out, it would be a very tiresome and lengthy conversation, although lecture is probably the better word. But I hope you're wise enough to keep our house matters private. Great Serpent keep you.
Remember our agreement. What you've done for us stays with House Kadik. If you ask me, it's her analytic mind that can't stop dwelling on things that don't matter. I care about all members of House Kadik, regardless of how they came to join us. Blood, marriage, adoption, we are all family. I value our great scientific minds, but my focus lies in the Ministry of Conjunction, and I think that's what she's come to dwell on. Unfortunately, no. The Ministry of Conjunction falls under my authority and demands my full attention. There's nothing I could say that hasn't already been said. The human mind can develop the strongest beliefs over the smallest observations. When it comes to noble houses, family and politics are practically synonymous. But I'm familiar with your point of view, and it's easier said than done. A house elder's responsibilities extend to all the people of Dazra. We can't focus on each individual under our purview. So, we focus on our responsibilities that encompass and protect them all. Mihail will return to Shadow Station Epsilon and wallow in his anger. It won't take long before he gets over it, and it's business as usual. This is a road we've been down before. A different kind of zealot? No, this would be news to me. Something the zealots must be working very hard to cover up. Tell me about them. Huh. Chemically induced? Something more? Either way, it's concerning. I'll make sure the other members of the Ministry are aware of it. We'll want to make sure we're prepared, should we begin to see more of these altered zealots you speak of. Serpent guide you.
We have nothing to discuss here. I'll see you back in Dazra.
There is nothing like that smell when you first leave the ship.
We've been making several adjustments since we gained access to the power grid. Ah, were you able to find Sahima? Theoretically, yes. The science is sound, especially with Sahima's numbers. Either way, we have no choice but to take the risk of failure, as small as it may be. Whatever Anasco did inside the Citadel remains unchecked, and we are all at risk until we can get inside. Perfect. I have no doubt Sahima's work is the key to stabilizing the morning device. If only the others had listened to her, we may not have lost so much of our great city. This leaves House Dulkef. I pray they are cooperative. There's no telling how much time we have. And before I forget, I've been told to inform you that the Council has now granted you access to the armory in the keep. Seems they're pleased with your work. Elder Hasmek hasn't revealed what he may be hiding, but it may prove vital to our task.
What is it? Gladly. Back to work, then.
Looks like I have full permission to sell to you now. Well, look who it is. Dazra's very own guest of honor. You must have friends in high places, as I have been authorized to trade with you. I have some impressive firepower on offer. My darling, do you really have to ask? Until now, these weapons have only been authorized for use by military personnel. You have the honor of breaking that convention. Of course I do. Now, what are you buying? No, and thank the Great Serpent for that. Unlike them, I actually have chances to shoot my guns. What kind of supplier would I be if I do not test the merchandise? I have some serious firepower here.
Chosen.
Idle hands and minds are where heresy is sown. Great Serpent bless you for bringing Varric home to us.
Just trying to survive one day.
Behave yourself. There is already enough trouble in Dazra to go around.
So this is how the Great Serpent rewards no replacing what we have lost. Goodbye.
I am trying to keep strong, but I fear I may be losing my mind.
Mother has been busy lately. So I do not see
Ah, Dazra.
It has been quite a challenge to keep all of the records in order. Great Serpent guide you.
Apologies. My mind is elsewhere.
I hear justice has been meted out against Ukaru's killer. On behalf of House Dulkev, thank you. Hello, Vindicator. Malibor has kept me informed of the situation. The deadlock of the High Council. I hope your presence here means things have changed. Good. Good. I'm pleased that the Council is once again working towards a solution. It felt wrong not to help. Do you know where I was when it happened? The incident, they call it. I was in the temple next door, conversing with my cousin. I was in the middle of replying to him about, I don't even recall. Some meaningless bit of family drama, I am sure. One moment he was there, and the next, gone. My cousin, the floor, the wall, just gone. I found myself looking out at the scaled citadel, unable to comprehend. And now, here I stand, the elder of House Dulkev. My loss? Yes, I suppose. Although, from an outside perspective, one could consider it a fair trade, given my new role. Perhaps even a gain. I agree. And yet, with the proper detachment, nearly anything can be seen as transactional. Those within House Dulkev are trained for it. You cannot imagine it. A single moment of pure, terrible silence. A meter's distance was all that separated me from whatever has become of Dazra. I find that through all the chaos and the scrambling since, my mind drifts back to that moment. I could be gone as well. But here I remain, spared. And I do not know why. Do I have a choice? We who are left must take action if House Varun is to survive. Hopefully you can deliver them from this. But what comes after? What about the next trial? I'm sorry. I should shoulder my own burdens, not force them upon you. I've grown so tired of the council squabbling, and I want no further part in it. I have no demands, no requests. All must serve. And House Dulkev is no exception. It is a shame you are not born House Dulkev. You seem unnatural for this line of work. Here is what I can tell you. Sometime before our current calamity, Enesco Varun approached me looking for information about his grandfather's time. He was frustrated at the lack of progress. House Dulkev keeps extensive records, you see. While I was never told the exact reason behind the inquiry, I was able to deduce a fair amount. I provided him with the shipping manifests from the time of the Serpent's crusade, materials and equipment that suggested some highly specialized research. I told UNESCO where those materials had been sent. Weeks later, well, you've seen the Citadel. You know as well as any where we are now. I believe so. Yes. UNESCO returned from the site in unusually good spirits. He boasted of something called the Vortex Interlock, and that it was the key to unlocking some new unseen potential. Whatever records exist of this interlock were swallowed up with the Citadel. And as for the original site, executors were sent, but did not return. And we can spare no more casualties. So I suggest you visit Malin Dam to the southeast. I believe it is more than it seems. It is the only place to learn more about these vortex interlocks and what connection they may have to the events at the Citadel. And should your search be fruitful, make sure it is known that House Dulkev was proud to serve when called upon. I hope you find something useful at the dam. I'm afraid the details have been scrubbed from the records at the time of construction. That in itself should be enough to pique anyone's interest. As I said, the records that are left, referring to that construction, I have overseen my share of projects. I know what materials are necessary. And I know when the deliveries far exceed the needs of what should be a simple industrial project. House Varun depends on trade, internal and external, just like any civilization. The ministry facilitates and oversees that trade. Jinan Varun himself established the houses and charged us with this responsibility. We pride ourselves on a job well done. As of very recently, I am the elder. I am ultimately responsible for all of House Dulkev, and by association, the Ministry of Commerce. It has been an abrupt transition for me, given all that is going on. I imagine it will be some time before I feel settled in. No one in Dazra is okay right now. We're all doing the best we can in the face of terrible circumstances. The people of House Varun, those that are left, need our efforts now more than ever. That is my primary concern. House Malin was once a valued contributor to House Varun. Those contributions are no less valid due to their current actions, though I'm sure some would disagree.
I sense you.
Were you trying to hit something behind me? How can I be of service for you? Let me know if you want to talk some more.
You can't get in there, not unless you have a card. You're funny. So, you're trying to get in there? You're not the first person to come here recently, you know? Anasko Varun himself was here. I saw him, but he didn't talk to me. And there were too many other people around him. They all looked really serious. Okay, but it wasn't much. I didn't want to get too close. Father says I get in the way too much, and I didn't want to do that. But I did see them go in. They had cards that let them open the door. I found one after they'd left. I thought about using it, but I didn't want to get in trouble. Kavil said I should give it to him for safekeeping, so I did. Maybe he'll let you have it. Okay, good luck.
This location seems full of life. We should name it after you. Also, every other location in the galaxy.
I would say you caught us on a bad day, but they're all like this. It is not easy seeing the Citadel like this, but the best thing we can do is continue our jobs. No offense, but it's not your property. If security came looking for it, or someone from the Speaker's office, yes, of course I would tell them. Well, there are clearly more important things for the people of Dazra to deal with right now. I am not sure I see the point. I understand what you are saying. It would be nice to be recognized for something, after all this time. All right, fine, take it. Just, if there is a reward or something for it, share it with me?
You're looking splendid. I hope you don't... Being part of your crew is just the best.
Father says this is all going to be mine someday. I can't tell if he thinks that's a good thing or not. Father says the Great Serpent watches over us all the time. I'm not worried. Besides, no one ever comes around here anymore anyways.
What's next on it? I can help you carry some of that. I've been doing exercises on the side, in preparation for just such a moment. I heard your Of course! That was a good talk. It'll be hard to top it, but you always manage. as the hero of Vectera. For you. Back to work, then.
Warning. Power fluctuations detected. Rerouting to compensate. Drainage pump control bypassed. are not welcome here. You will leave immediately. This is your only warning. I guard these halls with my brothers and sisters until the shrouding. None are allowed here, including you. I do not care what you think you need. Jinan Baron himself charged us with the protection of this facility. It was his last order, and it will be carried out. But it seems you are not hearing me. You have no right to be here. The work done here must be safeguarded, protected, never permitted to leave. None but the Speaker may decide otherwise. And you are not the Speaker.
Speaker, please, do not get too close. Do not fear. They know who I am. You do, yes? I can see it. You know me. I am Anasco Varoon, Speaker for the Great Serpent.
Yes, Speaker. We know. We serve. We have always served.
And your service is commended. Are you all that remain of this place?
Jinan Baron himself bade us guard these halls for all time. Others left. We remain.
Very well. You, get to work. Yes, of course, sir. At once. You heard the Speaker. Every terminal, every data log, every cable and component. I want it all inspected and a full report within the hour.
There is not. You must die.
I swear to God, I heard something. Where did I endure this pain? Paparazzi! I found him, Captain. Oh, no, darling. Just pouring out of your hands. How can I help you? And how can I not help you? Because I want to make sure I never... Yes, let... Back to work, then.